Hi friends, welcome back. I am continuing to document my life as a very amateur writer here, but I've got some tools today that'll help you if, like me, your writing projects are a hot mess and you have stuff literally all over the place. Okay, so I do a lot of transcription. I enjoy writing, but I like talking more. And not only do I like it more, but emotionally, I feel like it helps me release deeper and faster than if I actually sat at the computer to write and to like type everything out, because I think I would find myself editing too much. So with just kind of stream of consciousness speaking, I get everything out, no filter, right? And then I use, so I go from audio journal, then I have transcriptions, and then I use AI to help me refine and kind of tighten up my transcriptions and organize them. And then I have this flowchart, which I'll show you in a minute, that I just came up with. And then I've got the projects outlined in Trello boards. I've got some stuff in Word docs, although I really don't like Word docs. That's why I'm making this video for you. Or Word docs, what is it called? Google Docs or Word, whatever, either one. I've got little post-it notes. I've got stuff all over. So let me show you what I'm working with right now. And this is because this is going to help you specifically if you are creating any sort of content that is going to form the building blocks of longer pieces. So if you talk a lot on a certain subject, you could actually be saving some of that, some of those scripts, if you will, or some of that writing, and you could be compiling it into a much larger piece, which is going to be the second software I'm going to show you. So let's take a look. And this is zoomed out a lot because I don't need you all up in my business like that. But it's called the publishing process. And what I'm doing here, these are kind of the different sections. And what I'm doing is identifying a topic, I speak it out, like I said, I transcribe it. And then some of what I transcribe, some of my stories are meant to be just like a physical product or like an ebook that I'm selling directly. And so I put the green line. That's kind of like the money line, right? That's just going to be a product. And that could be advertised at some later date and time. But the red ones, and I haven't, I'm just starting to work on this. The red is going to go into, essentially, that'll be YouTube/blog. So what I'm using this flowchart to identify is, okay, you've got this piece. Can it be a standalone product, or is this going to be a YouTube video/blog? Okay, great, it's a blog. Hey, could this form a chapter or a section in one of your books that you're writing? Oh, yes. Okay, so then let's put that, we'll say we're going to put that over here. And so this whole process takes me to all the way through advertising the pieces that need to be advertised and getting audience engagement and feedback and analytics for all the other stuff. Okay, so how am I keeping the books organized? So for that, we're going to go to Living Writer. And this is something that I just started using, so I may not have all the answers to your questions on it, but let's take a look. I made an example folder here. And that is because if you see some of my titles, they're really easy to copy. Not easy to copy, but they're I think some of them are kind of exciting. And you could say, oh, hey, I could do that. So these are fake titles here. But what I really like about putting these covers on here, and I think Google Docs is now letting you do covers too, which is fine. I just don't like the scrolling, just the infinite scrolling on docs. So, okay, we've got two books here. What I like about the cover is I think it visually it helps you imagine that your book is almost complete. And so there's a little excitement behind it. There's a little motivation to work on it. So we'll click on this book here. And I kind of messed it up in the previous video I was shooting. So I'm going to try to unmess it up. There we go. So we've got chapters 1, 2, and 3. And let me stop arranging them so much because sometimes I nest them inside each other when I don't mean to do that. But okay, so imagine there's text here, chapter 1, text here, chapter 2, text here, chapter 3. You have these descriptions on the side. And this is one thing, it's very simple and it's very minor, but this is one of the reasons why I'm choosing to work with this software, and a lot of other writing software is like this. But it's these descriptions, because what you can do is you can click on manuscript. I want to make sure that you can see it. And when you're in this at a glance manuscript view, you can read all of those descriptions here. And again, this is just an example book. So by reading all those descriptions here, someone like me who is mainly working on nonfiction, I can choose to rearrange some of these chapters and say, actually, I want that one there and I want this one over here. So that's a big thing for me, is rearranging. You also have this elements section where you can just jump a bunch of elements that you're going to be using in your book to, so you can use it later. I haven't gotten to this part yet, plotting, but this plotting grid is very similar to this. And for any of you who find yourself, who just feel like you're stuck in this creative web and you're like, there are all these pieces and I don't know how to organize them, this is how you organize them. You stop working on a word processor and you get yourself a canvas. This is Obsidian, but you can use canvases on other apps like on Living Writer. And essentially what you'll do is, look at this. This is kind of a web here, right? But it's been untangled. You have to untangle that web and you have to give yourself, like, look at all this space I have here. I can zoom out freaking forever, right? So you have to give yourself a big space like that to work with to untangle that web. But back to Living Writer. So that's what you can do here. You can start to plot your story, and look, you can anyway, I haven't really gotten to this part because mainly I use it over here on Obsidian, but you can, I'm opening up a whole new app, sorry. But you can plot your story here visually. I think that's the key thing, the key differentiator of this app and of Obsidian that I'm showing you, is that you have to start to outline things visually and not just in text. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. It's really helping me. I wish I could show you the titles I'm working on, but like I said, with some of the titles you see, it's just it would be so easy for you to be like, hey, I want to do that. And that's it. I really hope that this inspires you a little bit. I know I was stuck for a really long time and I was wondering where this software had been, because I had been looking for one just like this for a long time, but it's only been around for a little over a year. And also, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. When the writer is ready, the writing app will be released. So maybe I just wasn't ready yet. But if you're ready, check out these two softwares. Obsidian is free and Living Writer is like $15 a month. So very cheap. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And if you have any other tips or strategies that have worked for you as a creative or as a writer, feel free to share them with me in the comments. Okay? Bye. Thanks for watching.